Entari Jamdru Domba. Into Jamdru Domba Situ Jamdru Domba Shusadi Yudi Yaguji Shengudua. So Jamdru Domba is Kashi any Dube Gunda was in the Shiva, Yamana Lama was Shiva Davaji. Chidanaya di Tinjeri de Jamdu Domba Shusa de Zo, then Choksumba, Sange Chu Kindu. He told any Sange the condition me, Chu condition me, Kindu condition me, the Hakobaton, sugar at the kitchen.
So now we will begin the refuge ceremony, and generally when taking the refuge vows, whether you're taking them in front of a lama or in the presence of a lama, if you're taking them in the presence of a statue, there's the object that you're kind of physically seeking refuge from. But really, when we take refuge, it's important to understand primarily, what the objects of refuge are, which of course are the three jewels, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. So in order to understand that refuge, we have to know, what the nature of these three are, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha.
Sangye sebekala ranzu da injinala and Buddha siada gagenala for sebekala and lonya dong abja took you kong kid and in Nigeria, then living in Tumbe Sangye Jum den de jig. Now the Shabe Mato Dilla Hakbe Ding Sabe Sangye Sing di Tone and Kotwea Yomara.
And so in English, or actually Sanskrit, we say Buddha. In Chinese, they say Fo. But the Buddha, often when one hears of the Buddha, they think of the historical Buddha who was born in Lumbini, and lived 2,560 or so years ago. But the deeper meaning of the term, the actual word Buddha, is not necessarily always understood.
Sangha singye de lecture ki nan tanda mangu ju sare tene ni seba dabu medo sheba dabu geba dabu ta de tanda mangu ji lecture ki samsam la tene ruchigla tanda chuzam la suyeba dinde yebe kala pögi tene ngama nangju gülbe kala zambu gaje tangbu niba sumba dinde 줄 학습다 dinde ki gebe yena 피익나 규촉 말에 랑자 렉자기를 샤고야 근데 여러분 gebe 가je
So the nipa tango sumpa karede.
One word has more than like one meaning. Sometimes one word has 10 different meanings.
Oh, right, I
Then
understand.
you keep the Sanskrit term instead of the translation.
So the word Buddha in Sanskrit has many different meanings. Often, it has the meaning of being the awakened one, or awakened, or awakening. Also, the meaning of a flower blossoming or coming to full maturation. And there are many, and this is because in Sanskrit often a single syllable holds many different meanings. Sometimes there's up to 10 different meanings in a single syllable. And so actually there were orders in the past that if there were by the Tibetan kings? The Tibetan Dharma kings, who were overseeing the translations from Sanskrit to Tibetan, that if a certain word had more than, more than 3, 4, or 5 different meanings, then it was to be left in its Sanskrit form and not translated.
tene sangye singe sikdi nala runyi rwa sanga sa sang raga ga gas ge ni yorwa dini ni de so tanda re yorwa sangye jum den sangye singe di tanda ga ton rure tanda tola.
And so in Tibetan, the word Sanje is the word for Buddha, which is a compound word. So there are 2 syllables there, Sang and Je. And each of these syllables have their own individual meanings.
sang sebegala bena namga le jimba da bu khorchi de yena en jimba de pa sang ba thang ba da bu ji rwa da de be de sha bena ani namga de jimba de pa thang so na en tanda nyewa de khari ngar sna ani namgu khorang le rang sing ye be de sa de karma nyema la so de ge de char yung rwa sha yung rwa dinde ji de pe sha yin be kala ta ngaranzu sangasa sang singe di ngaranzu gyuli yebe nyomo mo juja hiran dimo ngaji thado laso be kitini ta nyomo be ri ke zangma pa sa ya che di san sa so na ani bena namga la tene tin tan nima shawa na sing ngaranzu gyuli yebe rangsingi ani ringkam dewar shi gu ni ba sangye ya ningbu di 수 개통고 봐. 샤르용고데 폐용고요데 어디데 지기 텐달라 찌기 되는 저 개브제 상게스제 두스캡투고스.
And so the first of these 2 syllables, sang, which means purified, is referring to, for instance, when the sky is maybe filled with clouds, and then those clouds are cleared away. So that process of clearing away the clouds, or the clouds dispersing, is what is meant by the first syllable, which is sang. And then the second syllable is like once the sky has been fully cleared from clouds, and what remains beneath the clouds, the sun, the planets, the stars, whatever it was that was not rendered visible when it was covered by clouds, then shines through on its own, that becomes visible. And so that is what the second word in Sanjay is referring to, which is J, which sort of literally means flourishing or increasing. And so when the obscurations in the mind stream, ignorance, anger, desire, and so on, are cleared away or purified, the result of that is that our own true nature, the Buddha nature, the intrinsic qualities of the Buddha nature shine forth. And so that essence becomes visible once purification has occurred. And those qualities then just continue to increase and become more and more fully pronounced. And so that's what that second syllable is referring to.
저는 이 부다 승인의 표기나 상계 규야의 배팅 사부지 된다. 배는 알아서 최신의 토하는 제바기야에 알아서 최신의 미유조하래. 디세시 측디세시처럼 부다 상계 승인의 가라서는 상계 알아서 규르에 녀몽밖에 초디게도 파 상주 타주 아니 알아서 규르 랑신 예배 링함 대화시 윈닝부디야 개죽 폐죽이야 되더라. 딩아주 최시약 낭주시약 측디 직부 상계 승인 직부디 아주 최시야 미유카르 디세부네시요.
And it's actually really extremely profound, this word Buddha, or this word Sanjay, because those of us who practice the Dharma, we must know what is really the objective, what is the main objective of our practice. And that all of that is contained within that single word, Buddha or Sanjay. It's to purify the afflictive emotions in the mind stream and to make contact with or understand, allow the intrinsic qualities of the Buddha nature to shine forth and to increase. And so in that single word, Sanjay, the real purpose of our practice, the purpose of the path is contained.
상계라는 자는 다리 배나 아니 감주도 뭐 쉬고를 뒤다고 상계기 연된디 시기여와 상계 연된텔라 상계 근데 상계텔라 아니 뇽메베서 근데 타는 장마 타는 상바 상계디 아니 디 산이 디 규데 아니 연된디 시럽게 연데 지다 징이 캠베 드네 시제 연대 이게 배나 처바중에 나왔다고 차상기 차시 차상 쪽봐 차상을 깨봐 차상 쪽봐 딘데지 다디 상계 좀된 상계 연대들어와 뒷다부기 드네 용무베 팀에서 타와 상계 연대 차상을 깨봐 딘데지라 드네 가서 잠도 마시고 이렇게 디 김생 가에서 대다부지기 신의 고백이 예손에 겹투고요. 마도 상계사 마토부지기 이렇게 아무래도 겹투야 요말. 니바 요말. 퀄리티 요말.
And so then there is the Buddha, who is the object, the first of the three jewels, the first object in whom we take refuge. And so the qualities really that are embodied by this term Buddha is like the complete perfection of those qualities. Are what the Buddha represents. The Buddha is one in whom all of the defilements of the afflictive emotions have been completely and utterly purified. So he embodies the essence of original purity completely, without any stain, and all of the qualities have been have become fully manifest, or are at their kind of fullest peak of flourishing. So he is endowed with all of the enlightened qualities, such as the two types of omniscience, the omniscience which perceives things as they are in the essence, and the omniscience which perceives or knows how things are perfectly in their multiplicity. So like the moon, the full moon on the 15th day of the lunar month, he is one in whom all of those perfected qualities are complete and perfect. And there is no longer any stain of affliction or delusion. And so this is because when, and it is for that reason that the Buddha is a perfect refuge who can truly protect us from samsara, one who hasn't actually, fully manifested their qualities, they're fully purified their mind streams, and all of the enlightened qualities have fully developed, then they won't have the power, they won't have the qualities to truly protect one from the suffering of samsara.
다 니바 최스니 책디 다 지당가서 최세배가 상계 주민들 송랍도 좀 갈로 추코로 와 이네 단다 최스니 책디 명지들은 제 셔체나 아니 청인들의 최시 차스 청인들의 최시 차스 아니 지당가서 최스니에 아니 미기 톤제 락베 렉투브제 기 군주비 추르 와다디 디 에네 소는 남게 박추스 아니 속네 예바 최디에 참말로 나서 포나마나 쓰기로 봐 인지나
Phenomena.
포나마나 디 추르 봐 디라 아니 소소스기 캐주레를 징기요레스 생인전의 최시자스 베나 메타부이나 차외기 캐주 징기요레 추다부이나 련식이 생인 징기요레 롱다부이나 예외 생인 징기요레 사다부이나 착배 생인 징기요레 어디다부 소소스 캐주를 징기요레 베나 품바다부지나 그 이나게 추 뇌제도 처배 이나게 뇌 주의 처배기들이 예 다들 깨지셔야 돼 더부지네 카바르 더부지네 깨지셔도 마이 캡 상말로 고야게 캐주 숨겨요 봐 레르게 소스 캐주를 진다 그거 상말로 캐주 진겐들 추스기요 yes.
So then we have the Dharma, which is the second object of refuge, and there are also multiple meanings for this term. So the way that it is described in one sense is that, so this word Dharma, which is also actually literally sometimes translated as phenomena. So when it is, it's a noun, which when we kind of explain it literally, it means something that holds characteristics, meaning something that you can see with the eyes, something that is like material that can be touched or felt with the hand. So like form and manifest of phenomena. And so, but it literally also means the kind of the action or has the function of holding characteristics, such as the characteristic of fire is heat, the characteristic of water is fluidity and wetness, the characteristic of wind is motion or movement, the characteristic of earth is solidity or hardness. And so this is the literal meaning of this word chu, or which we translate, it's chu in Tibetan, and we translate it to Dharma, which is the Sanskrit. And so, for instance, it also has this this quality of serving a function, like the vase or a vessel holds the contents within it, or Rinpoche said, I think he said when he speaks into his microphone, right? Then the sound sort of pervades or travels out. And so this is what is literally meant by this term, meaning, kind of serving a function and holding characteristics.
라마 망군남 규체 송백강이야 최그 낭된지 시켜는 최니 시절 남다는 양해대와 이기 송접 최니 와 중이 송구로 시지 중 송접 양아 중이라서 시제리 람리 양해대바 이기유 송랍 세다 최근 시절 남는 양아들이 송접세가 jungur future nyetun chulu oda dinde namda thone suyo da dige samara di nangdö ba nangdö shi ta nge de she gya de mingzik de shi gya chö mingzik de ba sangye de mingzik di rude runde shi nangdö de chana ma hu yor wa de she ba.
So what he was just explaining now is really the literal meaning of the term, the word, the noun itself. But then when it comes to the inner meaning, the actual sort of more figurative meaning of what we translate to mean Dharma, or then there's, the Dharma, which is like the Dharma of scripture and teaching, the Dharma of the path, the Dharma that leads to awakening, the Dharmas which are objects of the mind, the Dharma which is the excellent speech of the Buddha, the Dharma that, Jungju?
Future.
Oh, future?
Yeah, future. So,
Future. Okay, I'm not. And then the Dharma of definitive meaning, or Dharma, for instance, is as a spiritual tradition or religion. So there's so many ways to get into the explanation of what that more figurative or kind of inner meaning of Dharma is. But he also thought it would be good to explain the actual literal meaning of the term.
The nge de she gya de mingzik de wa de nangdö ma de.
Oh,
Not the
not
meaning,
the term. Oh, go ahead.
but the term of
So, when we talk about what is the meaning of Dharma and Chö, and then we can talk about Dharma is the path, Dharma is the scriptural text. So, like that way, there are 12 different meanings of the Dharma. But when we talk about the literal meaning of Chö, the Tibetan term, Chö means to hold something, to hold. So, to hold what? And then we talk about the phenomena. All the phenomena has its own characteristics. This vase has the characteristic or the property or the quality to hold the water. And this mic has the characteristic or the property to make sound so that you can propagate the sound, so that you can hear. So, Chö means to hold or to understand or to take in these qualities that is associated with the phenomena. So that is the literal meaning of what is Chö, we mean in Tibetan translation. But when we talk about the Dharma and the practice, Chö can be interpreted in 12 different ways.
tene nangbe chö de la ya tene rigbe shunu mangu yor wa rigbe shunu ta chenpo chi kha nga yor re di na la ene kun ri chö ba ten ji rigba ten ji rigba so yor de ene ten jing jing ju man du ba chong ga yo ma yin no ti shi dong ni ma du ba chong ga yo ma yin no ene ene di ten ji chö de kun ri kha ba da ten ji chenpo nge na gi ten ji kun ri kha ba ten ji de re.
So when we talk about the Dharma, we can talk about 5 different tenets of Dharma. And one of them is what we call the dependent origination or the interdependence. And according to Nagarjuna, he says that there is no phenomena that is not dependently originated. Because of that, there is no phenomena that is not empty by nature.
전산 단다도 최대로와 포노마나로와 최대 최 통야 여바 미기 통야 여바 락베리야 여바 디게 사마 군수구 최디 땡데르바 지르지 땡땡의 연구요래 엔 땡데젤라 치 땡데 난기 땡데 요르바 다치 난기 땡데 땡데 중에 남기 망세 숭야데 치 땡데디 에네 저 서른 장배 돈에 숭요 서른 장배 서른장어 rice sprouts 수다라 right 디나는 숭요 디나라 아니 근데 숭요라서는 디예벤 디중 디케베 디케벤 디중 디예벤 디중 스페나 and Sabun Jigaba Tene, and Tongbo Yunguore, Tongbo, Shingi Tongba, Trank, Shingi Tongbo. Tongbo Chunson, Loma Yungure, Loma Chunson, Denea, and Meadow Yungure, Meadow Den, Jebu Yungure, or did the Chili Den, and a game with Chili Chash and dinner. Then the door took Simjan Samala Chashana, Chi Tendi, the Pena or Lumbajina, Chuyawo, Chuna, and a Chutella Den, that they are near Shi Chagrava. Shi Chasana, anything by Yunguri, Doba Yunguri, then a Tongeria, Ya Persona, Tongzu Yunguri, Tongde Yunguri, Tongil Chambu Yunguri, Tongil Chambu Shusana, and a Labda Yunguri, and a Saga Yunguri. And a lama yunguri. The someone the jig then and Zabulin chapel. Zabulin Sangma Tana make toya la what some jig then chapel is.
So the things, the phenomena that we can see and we can touch, and these phenomena we call them the conventional phenomena or the conventional truth. And then when we talk about this conventional phenomena, then the way it exists or where it comes to being into is because of the dependent origination or the interdependence. And when we talk about interdependence, we can talk about two different kinds of interdependence, and one is called the external interdependence, and the other one is called internal dependence. When we talk about internal dependence, we are talking about the sentient beings. And when we talk about the internal sentient being, internal interdependence, then we talk about normally like 12 links of dependent origination you must have aware about. And then also when we talk about the external, so even all the phenomena, that physical phenomena that we see, they exist because of its connection with others. So we say that this is here because of this. You know, because of this comes into being. So that is the interdependent. And also we can talk about the nature. If there's a physical world with water and all these natural things, and then people will live there. And then when people live there, then the village and the town, all this kind of like conventional phenomena that we can see comes into being.
다 디데 탄다 최 이내다 군수 탄다 최 디게 참말로 아니 최 참말로 통야 유바다 라베 이게 이 참말로 디네 군수 최스기어데 아니 디 다데 다신 제베이나 아니 디고 랑싱고디 아니 니야 매버선상 아니 동반이 시기어레스 다 동반이 세베가랑 가서 뭐지야 강바 동반면도 퍼바 동반면도 세야던 디던다 마레스 데네 코레 뭐부딜라 다신 제베가라 베나 나라서 모더다 부지나 아니 모더디 취제 야라 동다 니 학즈 속네 좀제 아니 모더 다야 요래 민네 모더 쓰기 요래 이내야 오늘 모더 생에도 가반도 딱제 쳐가지고는 모더기 아니 디 야라디게 동다 니 마tam체 모더 기게 되기란 주주 땡다서는 땡야 말아 다 땡야 랭게면 다 레고로 랭게야 말아 아니 동반이리 니야 요 말아 거기 촉배고라 아니 never some malo ran chikbu rangzuk thuba meba sonza tongba ni desyo en chue sam jesa di gombulu rusumna denjing din ju ma do bo chong yo denjing din ju changwa yo des 디신 동이 마요 버스 디 ngol da xin jebe gang la en xi xin zha jebe gang la en da ting san du den da je chen ne ya ta don di des den ji len ga yo ma la di da bo
so even though the conventional things exist, there are phenomena that we can touch, we can see. And then if at the perception level, the conventional phenomena exists, and then we try to find out the nature of these conventional phenomena, then we will not going to find a single entity that is independently existing. So the inability to find an independently existing intrinsic nature of things, that is what we mean by the emptiness. So emptiness does not mean, emptiness don't mean like an empty house or an empty bowl. So emptiness means not having an independent existence of the phenomena. So, for example, if we look at a vehicle or automobile, it has maybe around like 2,000 different parts. When these 2,000 different parts comes together, then we can have a object, a phenomena that can be called car or a vehicle, and it will do the work of a car or a vehicle. When you take these different parts and look at these parts individually, there is nothing that qualifies as a car. So same way, all the phenomena, when they come together, a quality emerges out of it. And that's why Nagarjuna says that all the phenomena that exists because of coming together, because of the interdependence. And there's no phenomena that is not interdependent or that is not dependent on other parts or other phenomena. That is what he meant by emptiness.
Tenashin is the Sheriff Ninguna Sungarva. Suk Dongbao, Dongbani Sukso, Sula Dombani Shamachi, Dombani Suksha Machis, the Yerma Chipshirava, Nanto Yerma Chipshirava, the Davuji, that church, did Davujilanganzo, that gap scuto.
So even in the Heart Sutra, yes, Heart Sutra. So Nagarjuna says that form is the emptiness, and emptiness is the form. And there is no form that is not emptiness, and there is no emptiness that is not form. So this is the kind of the Dharma that we are talking about when we are taking the refuge, when we say that you have to take. Sherab Ningbu is Tsawa Sherab. Oh, root text, root. Heart Sutta? Root text. So Heart Sutta. So when we say we have to take refuge from the Dharma, so that is what mean by Dharma at this time.
Da Gindu ina da tiba chungu ina ene sangye jumden de ne anche da tambe chu Gindu de la ene Gindu shi gelong shi chobe ina ene Gindu chagyo ba ene tiba chambo ina dilegi ya 다 리모터 리카이스나 사게발로 더베 전주세 맞서 긴주기고 지기요 이 개발요래 뒤에 개발요 티버 중에나 nga 마시 파도 세트네 티버 첨부이나 사마게기 파도 그 겹스로야 남중아서 감주 dom바디 티바 중우 로다버지 되기요래 가에서는 류와도 류에 로디게 상말로 직발봐 누가 소다 레디니게 상황로 팅 시디 누가기 시디 상마 팅메시라 봐 팅메시듯이 용구요래 지시 소야 봐도 이 되게
So also when we talk about Sangha in three jewels, so according to the lower schools, so if there's more than 4 members of the monastics who has taken the vows, then it is bhikshus, and it qualifies as the Sangha member. And in higher Buddhist schools, Mahayana, so you need to have somebody who has attained at least 8 stages of the achievements, practice. At Bhumi, so you also call Bhumi. And so that is the difference between the lower schools and the Mahayana, or the, you call it lower or Hinayana? we call Hinayana, Mahayana and Hinayana, and lower, or sometimes they say higher or lower, so I don't know which one is better suited here. So Mahayana or Hinayana, okay. And then also when talk about duration of taking the refuge, so the Hinayana tradition normally it is until your death in this life. And for Mahayana, you are taking the refuge until you get enlightenment. But when the Vinayana tradition or the monastic course of conduct is more kind of like restricted or more popular or more practiced in the Hinayana tradition. So normally when we give the refuge, we give refuges based on the tenets that is there in the Hinayana tradition.
Dineda Thoma Jamdo did you chat secure? Chat Sevegala, Laba de Shadi, and Medo, Labatomba Maimba, Medo Bamagic, Labasunga, Songuyoris, and the Tabuni de Nalola Ju, and then Medo di, and then Nesum Shayadi, and Louis Gone, Lunga Yisum Yugone, and then chat Sebatundari, and Louis Gangja in the Soul Chazade. Namgi Manshi Kumja Sevegala and Lugi Nangat Salto Gordas, Jawa the Chi, Labadini, Pemodani, the Carson, Yomo Deja, she's not Dimunga yet, Tadong Aboti, Tayaga Sambachidu, and Chadu Segures.
So during the refuge ceremony, you have to do the prostration. And during the prostration, you have to keep your hands like this. So this symbolizes holding a lotus in your hand, so it's not empty-handed. And then also when you do the prostration, you have to touch your hands and knees and forehead on the ground. So this symbolizes taking refuge with your body, mind, and speech.
Purifying the five afflictive emotions. So each of the five parts of the body touching the ground represents the purification of desire, anger, ignorance, jealousy, and pride.
Okay, now we start 3 prostration.
So who want to take refuge? So these 3 prostrations.
Whoever, so
New one.
people who have not
Old one,
received,
you already took it, don't need. Who is taking new things, then you...
who hasn't received or wants to receive a refuge name from His Holiness, right? Di Ming Matoken Sangma Tenda.
Digiri.
So if you haven't received a refuge name, or if you would like to receive a refuge
Who want to
name
take
from
refuge,
His
basically.
Holiness. Yeah.
Okay, start now. Okay, 3 times, then enough. Yes. Tapemo yabazizu.
Oh, please put also after you've made your prostrations, then kneel on your right knee. Yeah. With your left knee raised. And with your hands folded in the gesture of prayer, like he was saying, as if you're holding a lotus flower.
That means
And so then, as you'll repeat him in Tibetan, and then there will be a pause where you say Dag Ming, which means I who am called, and then at that point you say your name.
Okay, repeat after me. Sumba Konsusu. Da Ming.
Say your name.
Dishi Gibe.
Dishijiwe,
튠디네
Dudine,
송데
Zongde,
치시
Chisi,
처외파도
Soyi Bardo,
간이 남기초
Kangni Namgicho,
상계라
Sanjela,
겹수초
Kyapsuchiwo,
두자당
Duchata,
태완 남기초
Jawa Namgicho,
최라
Chula,
겹수초
Kyapsuchiwo,
초 남기초
Sok Namgicho,
긴dwi라
Ginduna,
겹수초
Kyapsuchiwo,
다투
Datu,
팅내송데
Dingne Sungde,
치시
Chisi,
처외파도
Soyi Bardo,
겹순진배
Kyapsunze,
긴년두
Ginyendu,
준배
Tsumbe,
송두수
Songduso,
순바공수수
Sumba Gongsuso,
다밍
Daming. Say your name.
디시기베
Jishinjiwe,
튠디네
Dudene,
송데
Songde,
치시
Chisi,
처야파도
Soyi Bardo,
간이 남기초
Kangni Namgicho,
상계라
Sanjela,
겹수초
Kyapsuchiwo,
류자당
Duchata,
태완 남기초
Jawa Namgicho,
최라
Chula,
겹수초
Kyapsuchiwo,
초 남기초
Sok Namgicho,
긴dwi라
Ginduna,
겹수초
Kyapsuchiwo,
다투
Datu,
팅내송데
Dingne Sungde,
치시
Chisi,
처야파도
Soyi Bardo,
겹숨진배
Kyapsunze,
긴년두
Ginyendu,
준배
Tsumbe,
송두수
Songduso.
아니 정말 숨바디 송두수 수주더니 겸루던 뭐 탑선 삼배 나완진
So then on the third time when he says Sungdu Sol, then at that moment you have received the vows of refuge. And you can
Last
think
words,
that.
okay.
The last words.
준바 공수수 다밍
Amen. Say your name.
시기베
Shijiwe,
튠디네 송데
Sungde,
치시
Chisi,
처야파도
Soyi Bardo,
간이 남기쇼
Kangni Namgicho,
상계라
Sanjela,
겹수초
Kyapsuchiwo,
류자당
Duchata,
태완 남기쇼
Jawa Namgicho,
최라
Chula,
겹수초
Kyapsuchiwo,
초 남기쇼
Sok Namgicho,
긴dwi라
Ginduna,
겹수초
Kyapsuchiwo,
다투
Datu,
팅내송데
Dingne Sungde,
치시 처야파도
Chisi, Soyi Bardo,
겹숨진배
Kyapsunze,
긴년두
Ginyendu,
로벤키
Lobongi,
송두수
Sungdu So,
답이 노 렉소
like so.
오케이 오케이 지구에 다음에 잠주 랍자 다든데 먹고요 다디게 디 키란주 베제나 시나 요르와 조치슈디 상계를 잡수 손에 직된배 할 참아세요 다 디스주 상계를 잡수는 아니 배나 사강 근데지 랩이 있는 상계 구치였나 지난 제스나 인지미지 차세요 잠주기 랍잖아 차세 아니 직된배기 다 사계만 맞tab나 아니 코발레이션 줘야 니바요 매자 아니 차세야 다 잠주 나와 시시 차세는 되게요 말에 이내야 아니 최버피야인데 만지고 요 말에 직된 바하이나 소소 야 유라 시다 담만도 요 봐. 띵아서 최버 추고요리 수고요리 최버피야다 매도피야라부터 지기 요 봐. 그래서 개요 말에 이내 차세야 겹송줘야 디 개바디 시행구도 와.
So the refuge, then there are the trainings of refuge, which many of you are probably familiar with. They're found in the text and so forth. But the first is that having taken refuge in the Buddha, then it is said that we should no longer seek refuge in worldly gods or worldly entities or deities. And so that means, so if you go into a temple and there is a statue of the Buddha, then you must also make prostrations or pay homage and take refuge or make prostrations to the Buddha. But otherwise, when it comes to other entities or deities, worldly gods, anyone who has not reached the 8th level of a bodhisattva, or the 8th bhumi, then they can't provide sufficient refuge or perfection. So we are, you don't need to take refuge in them or prostrate. But that doesn't mean to say that you don't make offerings or you can't make offerings to worldly gods or spirits like land deities and other beings, offering flowers and other such offerings. It's just that we don't no longer take refuge in worldly gods. Or you want to say?
去了겹손에 심전의 차와방스 다去了 겹손에 너스 심전이야 내가 봐야 되지 봐
And then having taken refuge in the Dharma, then we give up harming sentient beings. Or we avoid harming sentient beings.
Non-violence.
We practice nonviolence.
Right? Practice. And the continue to son and ngazu tho mudik bada ngazu peji chabe peche na tho mudik bada mendok singi yore. Mendok ongar dan dok asndo. Diun kyaban jine sunggu kambumna la nyabo chimba keyo mendok sung yo mare. Medens wa. Mudik ba medens mudik ba den sosu gigen ma den barwa. Dine kyamdu to nyam gure sung ma do nyabo chimba jila raba chuluk manda nyabo chimba ji kyamdu nub marwa. Du marwa.
That's all. Right.
Nyambo china, you go with them.
Yeah, I
How
understand.
can, right?
Yeah.
In a median sung yorba. Or this sebudu, kibadina, kambumna.
So then having taken refuge in the Sangha, then it is said one should avoid kind of associating with or being friendly with or spending time with, going around with or being friends with like tirtikas or sort of the non-Buddhist heretics kind of. And so, but in the Lord Jigten Sumgön's Kabum, or collected teachings, he says it isn't that you shouldn't be friends with non-Buddhists or tirtikas, but that you shouldn't rely on them, like to rely on them as, for instance, spiritual teachers, which is also what is already been included in the first, which is that having taken refuge in the Buddha, we don't seek refuge from other sources or worldly gods.
Okay, now we the ceremony a little bit cutting your hair. That meaning is cut, cutting of root samsara. Okay, so you come one by one. Di can't tell me. Okay. Lusa ji verdi. Dedik, cediye dekil. Dina lu, tamam. Okay.
Thank you so very much.
Okay. Okay, your name? Yeah. Okay, your name, Dharma.
Oh, yeah, me. Yeah, yeah. Damien? Well, never mind.
Okay.
Đây đây bố. Nó nhìn. Okay. Here. Your name. Okay. Thank you. Okay. 고마워. Thank you.
Hello. So now we doing Achi practice. So always.
ဒါရှုတဲ့ဆာလို့
Lal.
ဂျုတ်တဲ့ဆာ Tabrikese demara yüce zamara yüce taşır sürüm giyim barabın sıra tamcada rabdı jaman timki sürüm giyemedi sürüm nama lazım meve sürüm ki sürüm badı için ve şey yavu gecesi lavuyor sambacı var yoksa sürüm cevapçı daha dümenim cimi cevap şu
No, Mr. Lamasuma. So we Achi practice, so only English. His Holiness always saying is the own language, so we're not doing the Tibet language, so we only English. So Virginia put very nice verses, so we doing Achi practice.
So Holiness said it's always best to practice in your own language. But
You are ready? Everyone will have text? Okay. Om so bhava kyeda sarva dharma so bhava kyeda.
from within the state of emptiness appears a white letter tree. From the tree, boundless light rays stream forth and make offerings to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. They then gather back and dissolve again into the tree. The tree completely transforms, becoming Achi, who is white in color. With her 2 feet, she pins down the 4 maras. She is clothed in robes of billowing silk and ornamented with an assortment of precious gems. In her right hand, she holds a shiny silver mirror and perceives the 3 times of past, present, and future. In her left hand, she holds a wish-fulfilling jewel from which anything needed or desired appears upon request. At my heart level, on a moon disk, is a white Hri syllable, and around it rotates the mantra.
Om Mama Swaha Yarandu Sarvadu Ranzaranzadu Mamandu Om Beso Om Mama Swaha Yarandu Sarvadu Ranzaranzadu Mamandu Om Beso Om Mama Swaha Yarandu Sarvadu Ranzaranzadu Mamandu Om Beso Om Mama Swaha Yarandu Sarvadu Ranzaranzadu Mamandu Om Beso Om Mama Swaha Yarandu Sarvadu Ranzaranzadu Mamandu Om Beso.
dazzling, swing, glorious, Hachi, rosy, white, and changeless, graceful one. Your light drives off samsara's wrong view, patron of bliss, joyful warrior. With one face, two arms, and peaceful smile, your hand drum fills all with lovely sounds. Your skull cup held, wish fulfilling gem bestows attainments to all yogins. Dressed in silks of five-colored brocades, the ribbons of your jeweled crown do fly. On your blue horse through the clouds you ride, turquoise reins, golden bridle, and all girth of satin, sapphire, stirrups clang, golden saddle atop tapestries. Esteemed goddess, smiling queen of space, through compassion you send out envoys, escorted by hosts of dakinis, demigods and hordes of yakshas too. Authentic you dwell in naturalness, engaging the four activities. In the sacred place of abundance, the great glorious land of Drekung. In order to expand good fortune, you guard the commitments and do all. Protect the teachings, take this Dharma, arousing your pledge, engage action. By the power of this virtue, may practitioners be free of hindrance. Reaching the wisdom Dakini state, may samsara's ocean be dried up. With this fast and sublime offering, golden beverage of five sense delights, we give to root and lineage guides. Please bestow your blessings and empower to jetson Vajrayogini and five classes of wisdom Dakinis. We offer this golden libation. Please grant common and supreme cities to the chief of Dharma doctrine guards, queen of space, Achi Choki Droma. We offer this golden libation. Please fulfill our wishes and our hopes. To karma, wisdom, and samaya, and empowerment goddesses too. We offer this golden libation. Please perform the four enlightened deeds. Zazo's wanderers and frightening ghouls, light force slashers and all red wrathfuls, the 1,000 dark red carnivorous ones, and the 10 million dakinis too. Please take this cleansing golden beverage, guard Buddha's teachings, praise the three jewels, bring luck and dispel bad conditions for wealth, friends, and family near and far. Please cause harmonious circumstances to all spontaneously arise. Protect the teachings of the Buddha, honor and lift up the triple gem. Safeguard all the classes of Sangha, increase lifespans of practitioners. Hoist up high the banner of glory, and blow the conch of widespread renown. Abundant fortunes and enjoyments, cause them to augment and further grow. Grant us ageless youthfulness and strength, wonderful sights and great scenery. Grant us ceaseless sounds of pleasing words, and from fragrant smells to never part. Grant that food and drink be plentiful, delicious and satisfying too. Let tactile objects be soft and smooth. Let us live with only happiness. With totally clear wisdom may we never tire of unconditioned bliss. If to you we pray and make offerings, practice you and call out to you too. In assistance, please do not hold back. Let your love and care for us be strong. May our home be filled with good fortune, enjoyment, and brimmed with abundance. En route, guide us across rivers and treacherous passes to our journey's end. Protect us from harm by foes and thieves. In short, let goals pan out as we'd hoped, so that I and countless sentient ones may reach unsurpassed awakening. Pacify all adverse conditions and obstacles without exception. Cause conducive factors through and through to all spontaneously arise. 5 long life sisters and doctrine guards and all who reside in the snowlands. Mainly all you God's Naga spirits dwelling here, please enjoy our Torma. May my own and others' intentions be accomplished without exception. Should someone merely bring you to mind, you bestow the wished for attainments. Ocean of all oath-bound Dharma guards, help us and others to reach our aims. May blessings from root and lineage guides gather and amass like piling clouds, chasing out the pain of existence. May there be auspicious good fortune. May yidams and hosts of deities ever shower rains of attainments, causing fruits of welfare to increase. May there be auspicious good fortune. May the Dakinis of 3 abodes with their lightning bolt activity clear out darkness, Mara's obstacles. May there be auspicious good fortune. May the Vajra thunder, might and strength of Dharma protectors completely vanquish hordes of misled influence. May there be auspicious good fortune.
No short dedication. English.
Should we do also long life prayers? On page, just
Okay.
short,
Yeah,
long
holiness.
life prayers?
Then this the Dharma.
Page 20. For this realm, encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of every benefit and bliss without exception. Tenzin Gyatso, you who are one with Avalokiteshvara, may you remain steadfast until samsara's end. Embodiment of the 3 precious jewels, Padma Pani, who holds the teachings of the victorious one, seeing the all-goodness meaning with the wisdom eye, may you who are spontaneously established activities live long for hundreds of kalpas. Noble Manjushri, the Lord of Speech, who manifests to hold the teachings of the Triple Gem, who raises the lamp of the sage's teachings, may you who are the light of the Dharma live long for hundreds of kalpas. And then, so on page 21, middle of the page. Oh, okay. At the top of the page. Following the wisdom of Manjushri, the fearless one, and similarly Samantabhadra, following them all and practicing in the same way, I too dedicate all merits accordingly. By the virtues collected in the 3 times, by myself and all beings and samsara and nirvana, and by the innate root of virtue, may I and all beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the great Drikungpa Ratna Shri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Okay, so I think Venezuela, Dongor Changchoblain, he nice picture, so he want give me, but you can.
Okay. First, apologize for my English, if I made mistake. I'm from Venezuela, and previously we saw what Drupal was working here very hard for a few years. But I want to let you know that Drupal was hard, very, very hard outside this country, in Venezuela too. We have a Sangha. Their name is Ronjur Chanchuli, Venezuela. And a lot of members want to come, but obstacles, karma, you know. But I print a picture of them with the visit of Drupal there. They give teachings, they make retreat, and this suffering because Drupal has a very nice, lovely, and compassionate work in Venezuela too. And I want that His Holiness know this, and all of you to get. And he is our heart master in Venezuela, so I feel that all we are the same Sangha. And another thing is, this is an offering, and Drupal have given us a teacher last year about a prayer he composed in his retreat, and the videos are on YouTube. And I have the aspiration that this retreat, these teachings can be in a book, okay? I transcribe in English with friends, okay? That's in English. And then I want to print in a book that be in this temple, then translate in Spanish, and maybe in another language. Maybe this is only the first chapter, but I want to read the prayer, is short ones that the people that doesn't ever heard this prayer can hear it because it's very powerful. The musician of a practitioner, through the power of the blessing of the Grand Parasada down and the kind root Guru, and through the merit of the intrinsic virtue, along with all the virtues that I have accumulated in the 3 times, please bless me to understand the purpose of practicing Dharma. Please bless me not to corrupt that root. May I understand the causes of well-being to be virtue. May I understand the causes of pain to be not virtues. May I understand the nature of causes and result to be infallible. In practice, may I know diligence. In benefit others, may I know sacrifice. In relying on the Lama, may I know the truth. In desire of experience and realization, may I know faith. In practice sacred mantra, may I know pure view. In desire of blessing and emptiness, may I know their indivisibility. In desire of Buddhahood, may I know non-clinging. In the clarity of my own mind, may all become naturally clear. With nothing to renounce, may all be naturally renounced. With nothing to attain, may all naturally be attained. This was composed by Drupal, and the teaching, I hope, will be available in a book for all people that come to this center. Thank you, Drupal.
This way. Huh? This way. Ah. Yes, to get.
Ngapa bardu.
Ngapa pido. Ah, yeah. Yes, talk to me some of. I think the dongur, right? I will a little bit explain about the dongur. Dong. What is the dong? What's the ngur? Dong is the white yak. White yak. Ngur, that is their,
The call of the wild.
calling, right?
The call of the wild yak.
Call.
Yeah, call. We
Okay,
say
okay.
call. Yeah.
Barking.
In English, we say call. Then the sound of the yak.
Sound of the
yeah.
yak, sound of yak, wild yak. So that area, they have many, I think, earlier time and wild yaks stay this area. We all know that this area have a big river. It's called Nakchu, Black River. What does it mean, Black River? You have any idea? You have an idea?
No. There's many yaks, many nak. I think a lot of like yaks and a lot of.
Yes. Actually, nak nowadays writing is nak. Actually, black like another earliest ko nak, another ko. Ko nak, that's the animal. If you don't have the car, nak, there's black river. Yeah.
So he's
Ko
saying
nak. Ko nak, that's then the animal, right? Chuk. Yeah.
Flock of
Yeah.
the yak.
So I first saw in earliest the mapping in Tang Dynasty. In that river, is they said Mao Nyu He. Yeah, the Yak River. They wrote the Yak River. Then I realized, oh, Ko Nak should be Ka. And then I know this, Mao Nyu River. So that river area is all the wild yaks now there. So now many yaks, I think they're developing a lot. I don't know now, not much next year.
Yes, not much, not many warriors.
Yeah. Now come to more in, China. They have a lot of huntings, and then go to Mount Everest area, and go to Xinjiang area. There, the Chinese Dagestan, they don't eat the yak meat. So they have most of there. So now we drink in the Go Green, Go Organic since 11 years, 12 years now. Ladakh itself, mainly started there, then we're going to whole Himalaya. So they have one project that we are improving the local farmers, yaks also. Now they developed a lot of tourists, and then agriculture is nobody working in there. Everybody's go to tourists and driving, get cash, and so they're all the. Earlier we have a lot of horse there. Now no more one horse can see. Now they have a lot of sheep and yaks and goat, and now less. 2 years back, I visiting one Tibetan border. They says last year they have 15,000 of animals, and this year reduced only 12,000. Every year, maybe 1,000 less. They're going to extend it. So, so we need this ecosystem. Everything we need it, everything. Even one plant also, one poisoned plant also needed, right? Everything. So now, especially we working for now relate to this one of the white yak, and there, Ladakh, the last village, is called Shayok. They have one river that's coming from Tibet, Mount called Changchemo. Is a great northern. There's nobody people. There's wild yaks only. And then one is coming from river from Xinjiang, Chinese Dagestan. This Karakoram area is called Komdang Gilash. These two rivers bigger than the Indus rivers. The Ladakh is center is Indus River. Then the Nubra other side is Shayok River. So they have a last village. So I often go there to do something, but this is last village, nobody there, right? So we start there also the Vajrayogini send mandala every year. So I sponsor there. And this village also very remote last, but they are very one family. There's not much family, just only 21 or something families. But there's like one family. They were working together. So we first did in the Go Green, Go Organic, started that village. Because this river, Komtangala, the Shayuk River, is all empty. From there to 300 kilometers on the border is empty, nothing. But in this river, there's all full of people, there not much you can get there. So we started there. Maybe we'll talk a little bit of the first we did Go Green, Go Organic is the started the plantation of the sea buckthorn.
Sea buckthorn.
You know that? Sea buckthorn.
Yes.
15 years ago, I was US, and the advertising, one young actor advertising in the show, I saw he brought 2 mouse.
Mice? Yeah.
Mice, okay, mice. One is very fat, I also inside, one is regular we saw, and then he's saying, this fat one is always, they fit in the sea buckthorn, only fit that. And the other one regularly feeding, so it is, they show the difference of the. Then another one, big pipe, glass pipe, the oil, sea buckthorn oil. Then they're calling one lady, come here, and this is the vitamin E. They can remove all the wrinkles. Then this lady, she put it there, and they're advertising. The first I know that, 15 years ago. Then I a little bit research about sea buckthorn. Then one of my niece in Canada, they said they sea buckthorn oil, small bottle, they're selling the $25. So this is big, So then I further research in the sea buckthorn. That is the original Tibetan medicine also. This leaf also can use a tea. Then 10 years back, I saw Tibetan, they have a tea bag, sea buckthorn, the leaf, the already made tea bag. So then they have a sea buckthorn is 10 times vitamin C, the orange. And then they have the omega, 5-6 omegas, the 11, 7, 8, 11, the 5-6 omegas. Usually omega is in fish, right? Not this plant.
Omega.
Yeah, omega, right? So now they have 5-6 of them. Then vitamin E, for the skin, right? So this is, so we try to plan first time and that Himalaya, they have a lot of from Canada to North, Baltic Sea, Russia, Mongolia, and then the Himalaya, many mountains they have. Not in the US. So there now the plantation, first time we go organic, planned that area. We have other 7, 8 villages. People come together, thousands of plantation. And then next move to another village, all together to do this. And already 11 years ago, planted not only sea buckthorn, many different other willow trees, different trees, and for bushes, also different highland bushes, almost now millions the trees they brought. And then also we did the organic, will be Ladakh. Now government also involved, and there will be 2025 will be Ladakh whole village will be the organic farm. So now the sea buckthorn, then first time we plant the plantation, cutting plantation, we experiment. like pencil site, then we planted. It's grow, it's success. Then with this project, we present to the Hill Council, Ladakh Hill Council. Hill Council then present to the Prime Minister's office, Modi, in India Prime Minister's office. And then they order to, they have a big army, high altitude military farm, the big Ladakh. So they ask them every year 25,000 pieces to cutting experiment. So after 2 years, then they proved this. And then the government of India, they give to this in horticulture department. Horticulture department is all the fruit department. Plant, forest, plant, different, right? Horticulture is all the fruit department. And they give to over 100 crores. Crores is a million way.
That means 100 crore is 1 billion.
1 billion. Give to the horticulture. Not only Ladakh, whole Himalaya territory, who is giving subsidies? The giving government, because this is the economic things. Now Ladakh, they're also making the juice, those things, they're making, but really they're making good products. In Europe, they're making, Germany, they have Hevajra, many things, some can eating things, sweet things, maybe hundreds of the soaps. Oh, one time I was upstate New York, one of my niece places. She looked at one soap, Sibaton soap, selling for $120 US. Yeah, upstate New York. Yeah. So then, so we are working there. So now Ladakh, they already made one family. They made this Sibaton oil. It berry oil and seed oil. Seed oil is very expensive. One bottle is $25. The selling there also 5,000 Indian rupees. But a lot of tourists, they come, they're buying always. So that is we very successful one. They're also doing now different Sibaton, the dry fruit tea, and also different liquid tea and leaf tea, all kinds of they're doing these things. So now this is the Go Green Go Organic. Last year two years ago we reorganized new the Go Green Go Organic administration. All we young doctor degree we selected, and then now little furthermore, not only plant the trees, we are now building one high altitude, the botanical garden. Botanical, right?
High altitude botanical gardens.
Botanical garden. I had a botanical garden, and they have 3 parts. One is the herbal plant, and they also put the English name, Tibetan, the medicine, Sauric birth name, as well as plus the local name, local people name. They're all different, you know. So that one plan, you put this name. This is doing quite well. We charge one of PhD, also Digung, he's from Ladakh, so he's doing these things. Then the fruit, the part is going to this year started, and they're also in charge of one Dr. Topnen. He is the high altitude, the military there, but he's studied in the TCP. He's very good Tibetan and very good connect with the arts. So working together many years. So he in charge of the fruit department. Then we in charge of forest office retire Dr. Abbas. He's a biologist in Ladakh, all the plants and the bird. He's making the books. So I asked, he he come to me right forward for his birth book. So I connected, then I asked his biologist. He now retire office, so asked for all the plan, the supervisor. So he's the Muslim, Dr. Abbas. So we have good Go Green Go Organic team. Then also different department, also the professional doctor degrees, and the local one monk. Each village select one monk, one girl, one other the selected village leader. So we started this last year. We started, yeah. So this time I also go, especially 2 weeks go there. I'm making especially for this small village, making one botanical garden for them. And this also I have an idea. We went to Hamburg University. They have a botanical garden, and the Hamburg University linked together education. All the students are taking there. They also have one side is the vegetable. All the vegetables have names, grants, names. Then students they bring there, they introduce. Then they have connect with the, plants, and then they can future can, take care of those things. So that is we're going to do, and we are connect with the small, the village. They also have down there. So this springtime, April 4th, arriving there. Sunday 21st, we are going to inaugurate and then start working. So then down there, the Karakoram side, there are quite big things. The local government also supporting some fencing, and we also plan several thousands this year, and then other food also. So that is one. The other things we're going to further the research. They have Indian company who is interesting to Ladakh all the plants. So Dharma Foundation, they want some 100 the Ladakh canal, 100 canal of land. Canal.
Canal is smaller than an acre, but I think 2 point something canal makes 1 acre of land area.
Yeah. So quite a big land. They want to research center. They want to Dharma Foundation with Lama Yuru, Pyangomba, the Chechugulu, all they have land, right? They lease. They let them do 25 years. They want to build. They want to research. After these things, they're giving to the foundation. So this will be already signed, and this we're going to. So we're going to the research all the plants. So my idea is that the center, high altitude botanical garden, the center is Ladakh there. The surrounding, we bring the whole Himalayas, like Bhutan, Sikkim, those high land, like Bhutan, they have botanical garden, but this high altitude they do not have. Many Thimphu is lower, right? So we bring those high altitudes to one places, Ladakh, that we're planning there. So the interesting, what is that? Huh? Oh, Dr. Dr. Dean, he has one another. Yeah, we have very good friend, and he also Ladakh, one Muslim. His family, did many the organic many years, maybe 30 years, maybe before we started. But they wife together go to small village, then they advise how to do organic driving. So we did last time in Sharabas award selected. Yeah, we give to the $30,000 award. Yeah, he's very happy about this. Yeah, he's still working now in this river. They're pumping some charter company together, many pumping the Indus River to up and doing many projects. Yeah, many books also. They're really good. So yeah, that's about so before I go to retreat this time, I spent especially 2 weeks go there. This small villages, everything is my idea. I went everywhere and looked at the botanical garden, different things. Idea I collected. I'm going to my own, going to this village. I'm supervised. They're coming, one New Zealand, one lady, and 2 from Germany. They're coming voluntarily. We discussing with them going to make. Then another down that's quite a big. That is we already asked through the American Mountain Institution, some delays, they send the engineering, they're making professional, making something. That led them to, I'm not, I do my own, the small village they're making in this year. Before I go to retreat, I will make this. We planning, they have a very strange rock, big rock. We collect this rock, also make some of rock art. Another, this area, go to very far, the wild tree, maybe hundreds years old, some very old tree. We can bring those things also for decoration. Then also half of them we are bringing the water, let them grow, naturally grow, then each bush, each the grasses, then scientific names, then people will know. And downstairs with the vegetable, they bring all the Ladakh schools go to their class. We instruct them from the Hamburg University. So we're going to do that.
So there's an education program connected also.
Yes, education. And then they with this vegetable also sell to the local on the road. They're tourists, they have a small shop. They will buy. They're also a little bit income. They're those coming and they're having tea. School they also, they have a little bit economically, educationally, environmentally, all combination we're going to do. Yeah, that's about briefly.
So also, if you buy the trees that are outside, see Paula or Kelly, and again, all of the proceeds will go to these projects, exactly these projects that His Holiness just was sharing with us.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks everyone for making today such a beautiful experience. And if you can return the texts, actually, y'all can just keep the Achi texts. I think you can all just keep the Achi texts if you'd like to. If not, you can put them in the back. Also, we'll return back here if you're coming to the Hevajra empowerment. It starts at 10 a.m. promptly, so Holiness will come in at 10 a.m. So we're asking everyone to arrive a little bit early, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. And there's also an Achi practice tonight at 7 p.m. in this shrine hall if you'd like to join us.
I'm good. This is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go home again. But if I go home, everyone's at the house. The baby, the mother, the father, and the his sister-in-law, his brother-in-law. So this to me, this is it right now. We can you sign these tomorrow too? Oh, okay. Thank you for your help. Yeah. That's good. This is okay. They're pretty chill. So. Yeah. I'm like, yes. I think it's the house there's 6 now. My parents are leaving in a week or two. Steve and Patty are leaving tomorrow night. I saw it, yeah. See you, Paula. Thank you. I know. Drupal was, right? Drupal's cool.
How you been, Brian?
Yeah, no, I think
Oh, I've been all right.
and
You see, I mean, I think the thing that's
You?
for me is like, yeah, okay,
Okay is better than not okay.
right.
There's like,
You still working at school?
Oh, yeah.
no, I asked what.
Which school do you teach at?
Wendell Crane Technical High School.
Fernando, Technical High School?
Wendell Crane, it's in Pasco County.
And what signature do you teach?
Teach biology.
I think I also, but I have math and
Oh, don't worry, mine's not very good either. Not
How are
very.
your knees?
Doing much better at the moment.
How many did you have surgery?
Well, I mean, both of them have had meniscus tears,
Oh, okay.
but just meniscus, so it's not the worst.
Why would that happen?
I'm old and hard on myself. That would be my guess.
It's more just a question.
It's more a question. It's like, how do I handle it?
It's tricky. It's like,
Yeah.
especially with you want to do good. You know.
I really want to, and also it's a really
Does he look a little bit more aligned?
opportunity to connect. Like, I
Huh?
felt like
Does he look a little bit more aligned? I think this one is still old.
you know, and you know, also
This one right in front of me needs to go over 2 inches, the other one
Yes,
needs to go over 2
yes.
inches.
I'm just waiting for you to finish.
Oh,
No, but you know what? It's not exactly, they're not really lined up in the front, I don't think.
I don't think it matters. That's just me.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But I don't have OCD, so. Well, I may not be the one to ask. I mean, like, it's good enough.
I really think I can get.
I may not have OCD. Okay.
Because you know,
yeah, sometimes it
but
just
you don't overindulge in your own imperfections. I do it kind of like.
sometimes it depends if you're running out of work, much better.
I'm just a little kid, so. But.
It's nice energy.
But I try to, I sort of try to like match your animation. I mean, I do, because that's, you know, supposed to monitor and translate.
Okay, so I'm gonna go help Johnson on the back, so you can please just arrange this when you're done. Really appreciate it.
What's that?
I'm gonna go help
It's like,
Johnson on the back.
it's like,
Yep.
you know,
So
it's like
when you're
really,
done, if you can just please line up that one.
I probably won't do it. I got all this I gotta deal with.
Right. No.
That'll be good, the way it is.
so,
It is, and it's different every time. It's very, it is.
I'll be able to do that.
So, yeah, I think we're.
Perfect. Yeah, if you have any questions.
Are you doing the baby?
She's still too young, she doesn't have any immunizations. It's a little too much for her. Too much attention too.
I know. I hope I can get her soon. Because now he's